but soft. What light through yonder window breaks? It's just CDR.
Design CDR.
Welcome.
The moon is some other bullshit.
Man, Juliet's a son.
Oh, yeah.
And CDR's the place to be.
Yeah, it is.
So, get cozy. Get comfortable.
Because we're going to serenade you with our sexy voices.
Maybe get some hot cocoa.
In a blanket.
In a nice fuzzy blanket to snuggle up to. Mm-mm. You know that pizza's on the way. So here's something to do for the next 40 minutes of your life waiting on that pizza.
So our good, esteemed Jonathan is still on vacation. So that means you get another fun-filled episode with just Chad and myself, Carmen. So today we're going to be talking about Avengers, right?
Yep.
Because
we kind of talked about it last episode and then immediately quit talking about it.
Yeah, like we have ADD or something.
Yep. So we're going to go back to that and we're going to try to talk about that.
We're going to try. But yeah, no, so Avengers Age of Ultron was awesome, right?
Awesome might be a strong word.
You don't think it was awesome?
I will go with good. I won't go with awesome. For sure.
Is it like good, great, awesome, or is it like good, awesome?
Wait, what?
The scale.
What's a good, great, awesome?
Is the scale good, then great, then awesome? Or is
nah, I mean, if you don't like semantics, no, just like don't twist up my words. It's just good. It's not awesome.
I'm saying like it's pretty good though. Like
you're making my good sound worse than it is by saying like there's great, there's superb, there's awesome,
those are
there's
things.
Phenomenal. Like that's not on my scale right now. I just good.
Okay. Well, what could have made it better? What didn't you like about it?
What didn't I like?
Yeah.
The one thing... No, it's not even like... It's not even like... That's what like made the film just good for me. But I understand that the twins are Russian. Okay? I understand your story takes place in Russia. But Miss Olsen and Kick-Ass, they phone in some pretty stereotypical bad Russian accents.
They were pretty terrible.
They were pretty awful.
I like how we can't remember his name. We just keep referring to him as Kick-Ass.
It's Aaron Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, and they're brother and sister from the same town, from the same house, yet their accents are different. It doesn't make sense, and like, I know it's hard to understand, but like, we're from the South, and most people just assume there's one Southern accent, but there's actually a lot of Southern accents that we can even pick up. Like,
if you're from Georgia, you're not going to sound like you're from Texas.
You do not. You're from Louisiana. You don't even sound like normal human beings. But no, it's kind of like that. It's like, like even in Russia, there are different accents, just like there are here. But, I mean, they were in the same place. They should have been the same. That's not even...
But, I mean, there are plenty of people in Russia that speak English. So
yeah,
I don't know why they just didn't have them be English-speaking Russians.
No, yeah, there are tons... I mean, like, the Europe and other countries that aren't America are fantastic at being bilingual.
Yeah, no, for all you derps out there, I know that they are speaking English and they're not speaking Russian.
Yeah,
but I'm saying they could have gotten rid of the accents.
I mean, like, it's just... But that's not even my point. It's just, they're probably... I know... all of them have the same formula, and that's, we gotta get this. Oh no, someone stole this from us. Oh, he's a bad guy. Oh, he beats us up. Maybe he beats us up a second time. The team's really considering, we're having a real moment of, who are we? And then we beat them and save the day. That's the formula.
And then
that's
you go
fine.
your separate ways.
That's totally fine. That's formula. It's totally fine, but, this mirrored the first Avengers. Not Captain America First Avengers, just the first Avengers film. Mirrored it way too close to me.
I absolutely disagree with you.
I figured you would.
I mean, well, here's the thing. I know that there are formulas for every superhero movie, rather every movie, right?
Right.
There's a game of hot potato, where there's, some kind of thing or objective that the hero's trying to achieve, and the villain's getting in the way, and then it's all going to build up to one final showdown, right? And more times than not, the hero wins. Everybody knows that. This is about the journey.
Yeah, of course, the hero does have to win.
Yeah, no,
it would be pretty crazy.
Well, I mean, I guess... Well, I mean, things happen.
But name a lot of movies where the hero doesn't win. That's a superhero movie.
Oh, okay.
That's a superhero
There's
movie.
A bunch.
Not ones where the protagonists lose. I'm just saying where...
Man of Steel.
Huh?
Man of Steel.
But he technically won.
No, he doesn't win.
No, but but that's a weird situation where he won, but he really lost. No, but he saved the day. Is what I'm getting at.
But he destroyed the city, so no, he didn't. Because so many people died.
But that's not the whole bad part of that. It's the fact that he killed.
Yeah,
that's the downside. Not that the city got destroyed. That Superman killed the person.
Yeah, well, okay.
Do you say man?
Or
do you say Kryptonian? Like Superman didn't kill a man; he killed a Kryptonian.
That's the same thing.
Is it?
Because they're so humanoid. Like they don't.
No, yeah, they are. No, they might as well be.
But anyway, I guess in that case I couldn't. Well, X3. There you go.
But they saved the day.
Okay, well, I mean, like, there has to be some kind of resolution where it's like, okay, there's some sort of happily ever after. But overall, I feel like they lost.
There's no happily ever after.
On the scoreboard, they had more losses than wins.
Yeah, but, I mean, my point was just they saved the day.
Oh, okay, well, then I guess I can't think of one.
That's my point in Superhero. They're going to save the day regardless.
Well, yeah.
It's not just going to end with, like, oh my god, they just killed Bruce Banner, the Hulk's dead, and the world's being destroyed. It's not... that they'll never end. It'd be a fun ending. I mean... Oh,
The Watchmen. The Watchmen.
Yeah, but again, they saved the day.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
They killed all those people.
They saved the day to a situation they created. But they saved the day.
No, okay, you're being so particular.
But but that's my point. Like, no matter how you look at it, like, they saved the day.
Okay,
They brought all the nations together.
Yeah,
just like, you know.
Just like Hitler?
No, I mean, no, but you're right, just like Hitler, because it brought the Allied powers together. Brought some people together.
They needed one evil to fight, so that united them.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically Watchmen.
Yeah.
You know, just
but I mean,
without a giant squid.
I feel like Age of Ultron is different though, because like you have the interaction, like you have these characters that have been set up by all these other movies, right?
Yeah.
They've all had at least 2 or 3 independent films. Well, except for Hawkeye and Black Widow, because nobody really cares.
None of them had. The only one who's had 3 films is Iron Man.
Well, okay, yeah, but the other ones had 2. Like Cap and Thor had 2.
Yeah, at least had 2.
Hulk's had 2.
Yeah.
They weren't consistent, but I mean, they were still
I can't, because we can only count the Ed Norton one, right? That's the only one.
See, I don't count that one because it's not Ruffalo. So that's
I know, but like that's the only one that legitimately ties in.
Yeah. Because at the end of it,
it has that Black Widow scene.
Yeah.
So that one more than the first Hulk.
Yeah, okay, so I guess just one. But still, like, they have these films with these characters who have been established, they've been introduced to the mainstream media and market or whatever, and now you're kind of seeing them grow. Because for so long, all superhero movies...
But did we see growth?
No, yes we did.
Did we see growth in Age of Ultron from any character?
Yes, we
did. That
wasn't
wasn't Hawkeye.
First of all, nobody cares about Hawkeye.
I know,
and his little Little House on the Prairie family. Okay.
Spoilers, man.
Whatever.
Yeah,
we'll put it in the description.
Yeah, this isn't gonna be released like today. So I mean, like by the time this comes out, you should have already seen it because we're gonna talk spoilers and for the next 10 minutes, we're talking spoilers.
I wouldn't say maybe like 5 minutes.
Well, I'm going to talk about the movie quite a bit, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, Chad's going to spoil.
But yeah, who grew besides Hawkeye?
Okay, Iron Man, first of all.
Did he?
Yes, no, he did. Okay, because at the end of Iron Man 3, he was considering quitting being Iron Man, right?
That's true.
And that was the whole reason for him creating these iron drones.
And that carries on into Age of Ultron.
Yeah. So, spoiler, skip ahead like 5 or 10 seconds, you don't know what I'm about to say.
You need to go 10 minutes.
No, look, okay, so at the end of this movie, right, he's convinced that Ultron's right. That they're the reason that villains like him and these things happen, right?
Yeah.
So that's gonna lead to the whole Civil War shit, like the secret registration and them just being weapons for the government and all that kind of stuff. Although in the Marvel Cinematic Universe right now there are no secret identities, but that's him changing because Iron Man from Iron Man 1 and 2 would not have done that, right? So we see him grow as a character from 3 until now.
You can't. I'm not counting that. You can't. I'm not talking growth from each film. I'm talking growth in the actual film.
Yeah, in this film, when the film started, he was the same Tony Stark from Iron Man 3. He was the same Tony Stark.
But now
when it ended, he's a different Tony Stark.
Yeah.
And the Hulk changes?
No, the Hulk just is exactly how he was in the last film. He still cannot come to grips with being the Hulk. No. And that's how it ended. And it ends with him like...
Okay, first of all...
him a little more because he leaves.
Yeah.
He leaves
the
team.
But he's still the Hulk when he leaves.
Right.
He doesn't turn back into Bruce Banner.
Well, yeah, but
so he has control over himself while he's the Hulk.
Well, yeah, he does. We know that. Or he would rip the other Avengers apart.
Well, no, I mean, we
found that out in the second one.
No, in the movie.
Angry.
In the movie, they made it seem like he had control, but if he gets too angry, he loses control.
Well, yeah, and
right? and that's why they had to lullaby.
And it's hard for him. Yeah, it's hard for him to come out of it.
He was still pretty much a rage beast, but at the end, we saw that he was conscious enough to navigate the plane, right? Even though he didn't get very far, it crashed. Probably because he was so fat.
Yeah, probably because there was a Hulk in it.
Yeah, but anyway, the point is like he changed. The character developed over that time.
Okay, well, how does Cap develop?
Okay. Look,
you're just gonna make up things for everybody.
I'm not making it up.
That's fine.
No, I'm not making it up. This is true. Like when Scarlet Witch messed with his mind, right? Cap was considering what his role is in all this, right? Because he's a man out of time. He doesn't belong in this world, right? His lady's dead and gone.
Yeah, but that's just like he already knew that.
I know, but like at the end, him and Black Widow both decide that they're gonna put the Avengers.
He's right where he still was, being an Avenger, leading the Avengers.
At the end of Civil War, he was considering
Civil War of Winter Soldier.
Of Winter Soldier, yes. He was leaving to find Bucky, right? He's putting all those personal things behind him, and he's training this new team of Avengers. Yeah. Right?
You could say that, but obviously he just said, I'm going to, like, whatever. That was just overlooked, and it didn't mean anything.
No,
because we knew the other guy.
Not.
Of course he wasn't going to find Bucky. We knew the next films coming out were Age of Ultron and Civil War. Of course he wasn't going to find Bucky.
No, okay, look, but no, that brings me back to the other point I was making, right, about Captain America. So, everybody thought, because of Winter Soldier, spoiler alerts for Civil War, right? If you haven't read the comics, Cap dies, Bucky becomes Captain America. Everybody thought that's what was going to happen. But he didn't go look for Bucky. So Bucky's out doing his own thing, being batshit crazy. Yeah. And Cap's going to go and be with the Avengers, and the Civil War is going to happen. And now that gives them room to make Falcon, who they introduced in this movie, which I think is only purpose in this movie, making him Captain America.
They could, I mean, hopefully that's what they're doing, but you're still assuming Cap's going to die in Civil War.
I mean, like, that's why they made that machine. The one that she said can create human tissue and all that. That's why they made this. So they can kill characters and bring them back.
It's possible.
That was their excuse. That was their like.
It might be. It might be their excuse. It's not their excuse yet, but it might be.
Maybe I'm looking way too deep into the things that happen.
Maybe you're trying to see things that are just happening and not taking it for what it is. Like you're looking too hard to defend it.
I feel like
not that it's a bad movie. You're just like
no. I mean, I feel like there are people that have even more in-depth theories than me that are on the internet, and I feel like once all these movies are out, that they should not do what EA did with Mass Effect 3. They should take the fans' theories and be like, yes, this is what we meant to do the whole time, because it makes sense.
No, I don't like that. I would rather them have a coherent plan from the beginning instead of like shoehorn something in.
No, I'm sure they do, but I'm sure that like one of the fans' theories will probably make more sense in the long run. Because we're looking at the minute details.
But you're like looking at the universe as a whole, and you can't do that. You have to take the one film for what it is. You can't can't start adding the others.
Because that's the thing.
The only time that works is when we can look at the prequels and add the other Star Wars movies to talk about how bad the prequels are.
Okay, yes, that makes sense. But just like Star Wars, right? So Avengers exists in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right?
Yeah.
Unlike any other franchise besides like Star Wars or Star Trek or something like that, all these movies are telling one long story. Right?
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They're all one long story. So this is just the next installment. It's like reading a book. This is just the next chapter in the book. It's all still one story.
Yeah, but if you're going to review the movie, you're reviewing this movie.
Yes.
You can't you can't be like, well, I give this movie a 10 because of its predecessor movies. It doesn't work that way.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the movie is...
Rate it. Rate the movie right now. Rate it on a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay.
10 being the worst. No, well, that's the scale we're doing.
Okay, so 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, I'm going to give it a 3.
A 3.
Oh, a 3.5.
3.5.
Okay.
Wait, no, because you want to get... Because that would make it worse than a 3.
Oh, so a 2.5.
10 being worse.
Yeah, so 2.5.
Right, so you'd want to go 2.5.
So I'm going to give it a 2.5. Yeah. It's damn near perfect.
It's damn near perfect.
There's some plot holes in it. I mean, for a superhero movie, right? Like, you can't expect like a superhero movie to be like the next great cinema gold, like whatever the fuck, right?
I mean, it's a popcorn movie for spectacle.
There's definitely a lot of spectacle in it, but I think that for a lot of the hardcore comic fans and like Avengers fans,
there's fan service.
Yeah, there's a lot of it.
Is some of the fan service too much? Like, are there too many characters in this movie?
Absolutely not.
You wish they had more characters.
I wish they had Spider-Man in it. I wish they had.
Of course, everyone wishes every movie had Spider-Man in it.
Yeah, I wish they had more of the side characters from the other movies in it. Like,
but they brought the two big side characters. They brought Falcon and War Machine.
Although I'll argue that Falcon he might as well not have been in the movie. He didn't do anything.
I mean, War Machine might as well not have been in the movie.
No, he fought.
You're going to be like, oh, well, he fought at the very end. No, but you did it. He didn't need to be there. There was that character.
There were too many of
but
those.
if you cut War Machine from the movie, it's the same movie. You wouldn't even have noticed if he's gone.
Okay.
No, that keeps working.
Cut Thor from the movie?
If you cut Thor from Age of Ultron, it would have been the same movie.
No, that's not true. Because if the Vision wouldn't have been there before, if it wasn't for him, the Vision wouldn't have been there.
If it wasn't for him, the Vision wouldn't have been there? No, because they needed the Vision to kill Ultron.
No, but What's-His-Face was about to destroy the Vision. But then Thor came in and stopped him and recharged the thing. So
more spoilers, though. Vision does kill Ultron. Or maybe doesn't.
They don't show it.
Yeah, the final confrontation is between Vision.
I don't think he did.
He probably didn't. There's a good chance he didn't.
Which I think is foolish.
It doesn't matter. They'll probably never touch on it.
Well, yeah, but they left the door open.
We're going straight. I know, but we're going to Thanos next, and then it's over.
No, it's not.
Not that it's not over, but Phase 3 will conclude.
Yeah, and then Phase 4 could be them. What's that guy's name? The one with the purple mask.
Announced the Phase 4.
Well, I know, but
Thanos.
No. The villain. He's a Cap villain. He has a purple mask. He has like his Legion of Doom team. I forget what they're called, like the Legion of Evil or the Justice Villains or whatever the fuck they're called, right? The High Fives of Doom, whatever. So
no idea.
They could be setting Ultron up to be a part of this like evil Avengers team of anti-villains that can fight against the villains.
There are movies after.
For the next, I don't see why not.
No, there should be movies after, but I mean, like, they haven't been announced.
Yeah, that's true, but I mean, like,
it could potentially end.
But we're getting a little off topic.
Yeah, we went way too far.
But the point of it is, like,
it's the same movie though.
It's not the same movie
from beginning to end. It is pretty close to the same movie, except a lot more Hawkeye.
No, okay, well,
it even starts out like, doesn't it start out exactly like Avengers?
With them fight? Well, no.
No, not about just fighting. Not the necessary action scene in the beginning. I totally loved it. It was complete fan service, but it was great. Yeah, it was fun. But it's them like being made aware of like this object that they need.
Yeah.
Okay, it was kind of like the Tesseract.
I didn't. Okay, if we're gonna be nitpicky about it, then I didn't like how they became aware of Thanos. Like, that was annoying. How Thor was just like, oh, there's this intergalactic being that I need to go find, and
he didn't say Thanos. He became aware of the gems.
Yeah, I know, but like they could have done that better. Like, it was just very.
It was rushed. Yeah. It felt rushed.
Yeah.
Because like there's. I mean, Guardians, but that's taken another film into it. Yeah, so that's why I don't like it, because you need to establish it there.
Yeah, and like, how are those movies going to cross over? Because none of them went to space, and like, I don't know. Like, there's some plot holes and some things I don't like.
But
about
even then, they do it. Okay, so we got to get this thing. Okay, thing gets stolen from them. New villain introduced. So, you could replace Ultron with Loki. Loki shows up. Ultron shows up. They're totally different things. I'm just breaking down the deal.
No,
Here they come. No, I still like the movie. I'm gonna buy it when it comes out. I might even see it again in theaters.
You ever seen the movie called The Lord of the Rings? We're like, we gotta go get this ring.
Don't even bring
bring it on, bro.
Well, you can't say. We're not even gonna talk about that yet. Quit defending.
Thing.
We're talking about this movie first. So they take it. Oh my god, bad villain. He beats us so bad. What do we do? Oh my gosh. So they fight him. They lose. The team kind of struggles exactly like they did again. And it's like, maybe there's one more fight. Then there's one grand finale fight. Nothing wrong with that. But you can replace an army of Ultrons with an army of aliens coming out of a portal.
Bro, it's the same formula for every movie
and I'm just
ever.
pointing that out. And then it's up to Iron Man to make another grand sacrifice.
Which he doesn't do, because he doesn't
die.
But
he didn't do it in the first one either. Which he didn't do, because he doesn't die. And it just became the same thing where Iron Man, their point was probably, Iron Man started this problem, he should finish it, or whatever, but...
Well, I think that you just proved me right there, right? Because, okay, first of all, I think this is something just like in Man of Steel, where people were missing the fact that they intentionally had the city get destroyed and intentionally had him not save those people so that they can set up for him being hated in the next movie.
That
right?
makes sense.
So I think that they keep having these instances occur with Iron Man, right? And they show that vision that he had when Scarlet Witch messed with his mind about seeing all the Avengers dead and like they failed because he didn't do enough, right? So maybe all these times that he was supposed to sacrifice himself or supposed to do something a little more, he didn't. And he'll
eventually. So like the third time he'll sacrifice himself and actually die.
I don't know, but I'm just saying like maybe that's intentional. Maybe it's not like. Maybe it's intentional. That's all I'm saying. And maybe that has some kind of...
there's nothing wrong. I mean, the movie's still fine. I still like Joss Whedon.
No, I mean, like, I know, but I'm just saying you're wrong.
Is it the best Joss Whedon film? No, probably not.
What? Okay.
Is it his worst? Absolutely not.
I mean, it's so good, though. Like, I just feel
good.
Like people aren't appreciating how good this movie is.
I appreciate it, but it's not awesome. Guardians is still better. Winter Soldier is still better.
Okay, look, I love Winter Soldier.
It's hard to hate Winter Soldier.
Right? And honestly, in my opinion, on my personal list, Winter Soldier's above this movie. But in the grand scope of life and movies, I think this would be ranked above it.
Okay, but now you just said in the grand scope of life in all movies, you put this in like the top 10 of all movies ever created. No,
I'm just talking
like
about
it broke ground. It did something that's never been done before.
No, well, it has because here's the thing: the first Avengers movie was the first of its kind, and that's why people loved it so much. In the second Avengers movie, right, there hasn't been a Justice League movie.
Nope.
The X-Men
probably never will be a Justice League.
The X-Men movies are kind of shitty, so they don't really count.
The X-Men would be the closest thing to what Avengers.
So there hasn't been anything like it before. So now when this one comes out, people are expecting like something brand new, but it's not. Like it's still a team of superheroes fighting together. But it's still something new. It's still something that hasn't been done before, besides the first Avengers movie. And I think people aren't realizing that. No, like people aren't realizing like
that was fun.
I think when the Justice League movie comes out and they have something to compare it to.
When they see how awful the Justice League movie is,
you know what?
We'll look back at Age of Ultron and be like, "Oh my god."
No, here's the thing. I love the Justice League, but I have to agree with you on that.
It's going to be a bad movie. It's not
going to be a good movie.
We'll know that once we see Batman and versus Superman, and we'll see how bad that is, and we'll be like, "Oh my god." Justice League is really in trouble.
Yeah, like once we see how a movie like that is poorly done, then people will realize like, oh, that Age of Ultron movie was pretty good. It did a good job as a standalone movie, and it also did a good job moving the franchise forward.
So you're saying you'll be right, and that the movie will be this 10 out of 10 when we see the shitty Justice League. I'm not saying that
it's a 10 out of 10. It'll probably still be a 2 out of 5.
2 out of 5.
Yeah, or
because you had to use that insane scale. I don't know why you just didn't do it 1 to 10, 10 being best.
I don't know.
For some reason you wanted to do 10.
For some strange reason.
Whatever.
I was just compelled
I mean, like, that's totally fine. I give it like a 7.5. I still like the movie.
Wait, like a 7 like a bad?
No, 10 being good. 10 being the best. 10 being the best.
Why
7.5 is good.
Why are you using that scale, though?
Well, because that's a normal person scale. That's the scale normal people use. I don't use backwards scales. It's still a good movie.
Okay.
I think it does.
I'll give you this. Why was the first Avengers better than this one?
Why is the first?
Yeah, if they're the same formula and everything, why is that?
Well, it's always better the first time.
Exactly.
The first time's the best.
Exactly.
Okay, but that doesn't prove your point.
No, that's not a reason to say it's not a good movie.
I said it was a good movie. I just don't think it's an awesome movie.
Well, okay, it's not a reason to say it's not an awesome movie.
Well, I don't think the first Avengers is awesome.
Oh, well, okay.
I'm not sure which one of the Avengers I like more yet.
Okay, well.
So, I mean, like, there's that going on. Yeah, that's on me. But I don't know where to place it on my scale.
I feel like, there was a bunch of movies, like, actually, I don't even know for sure, so I'm not even going to bring it up. I was going to say, like, that one Batman movie everybody loves with Michael Keaton in it. That wasn't the first superhero movie, you know?
They were definitely Supermans before that.
Yeah, whatever the first superhero movie was, I don't know what it was. It might have been that Nick Fury movie with David Hasselhoff, and I don't really know.
No, because Nick Fury's technically not a superhero, I guess. You gotta have superpowers to be a superhero.
I guess, but Batman doesn't have power. But anyway, the point is...
that's a good point.
You could argue, if by that logic of Avengers 1 being the first one of its kind, so that's why Avengers 2 isn't as good, you could argue that the first superhero movie, every other superhero movie is like that movie. Because they follow the same formula. Of like, oh, there's this thing I have to do. There's this bad guy. He beats me once. I'm morally distraught. I'll come back together.
There's no, like, the characters are just kind of like there. It's just kind of like, oh, here we are again. Let's do it. Like, you could have done different things.
Like what?
Anything.
Like
what? You could have killed somebody.
Somebody did die.
No, they didn't. Nobody did die.
Did you hear that he's coming back to life?
Of course.
Like, what?
Why? Was that a rumor or is that real?
I don't know if it's real or not. It was a rumor, but I don't know if it's...
But you can look at that. No one dies. They just, like, I love the whole wink that, like, oh, we're gonna kill off Hawkeye and set it up like they're gonna. And then you kill off the nameless guy no one really cares about
that
yet.
Just got there.
Okay, there's, like, not even mine, like, and nothing against Aaron Johnson. I love Kick-Ass and all that. He's not Quicksilver. It's a weird casting choice. Absolutely.
Why? Because he's too buff?
Well, yeah, first off, like, dude worked out way too much in both Kick-Asses. He's way too cut up and buff. Like, it's not even that, but just, like, I mean, just, like...
Did you like the X-Men Quicksilver better?
Yeah, I like the X-Men Quicksilver better. Yeah, compare those scenes. Which Quicksilver scene do you like more where they showcase his powers?
I think the character is more silly, like in the X-Men one.
Well, no, but when they each have very monumental scenes where they showcase his powers.
But you mean X-Men in this?
Yeah,
I
in
like
this
X-Men
one,
better.
yeah, you like him running around that room and moving stuff.
Yeah,
it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot more
you,
fun. Yeah, obviously they probably didn't have that time in Avengers. You can't spend that time.
I mean, but there were quite a few characters in X-Men, but...
No, yeah, but I mean, they were new characters at least. Like, it's like, oh, here's just Quicksilver for a little bit. He wasn't even Quicksilver at the time. I forget.
He felt more like the Flash to me.
Well, yeah, but Quicksilver is the Flash.
No, I mean, I know.
It's like, they're both speedsters. Like, that's just what it is. That's just how it goes, but... Yeah, I guess in that one, Scarlet Witch is like a little girl, so I don't know.
Yeah, that was weird.
It doesn't matter. It's just weird derailed here. I don't even talk about Quicksilver.
But what about the new team, the new lineup though? How do you feel about that?
Oh, like at the very end of the movie? It was so awesome. I can't wait to buy tickets for that Avengers movie.
They have 2 black people. They're breaking the quota.
Oh, we'll get to that in a second, actually, but not.
Oh
not
my
even,
gosh, yes.
Yeah, not even that. Like, I mean, I guess that's your argument for having War Machine and Falcon in the film. To be like, oh no, don't worry, they're the new Avengers. Well, they'll probably just be on Cap's side when he faces off against Iron Man. I guess that's all I can imagine.
I would like to see him and Falcon on different sides. I don't remember.
They won't be. They're best buds.
I mean, in the comic, were they on the same?
Yeah, Falcon's Team America all the way.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. And I guess that's fun because War Machine's obviously going to be Team Iron Man, so maybe that's their whole point they're settling on. But are they going to even be in the movies? Like, I'm so confused.
I really hope so.
Is Don Cheadle really going to do all this?
Don Cheadle, like, I think that's why he replaced him with... Replace Terrence Howard with him because I feel like he's more about.
Oh, that's what it was really about. Yeah. Don Cheadle was more open to doing more films, and Terrence Howard wasn't.
Well, I mean, I feel like Terrence Howard was a job for him. He was like, yeah, I like this, but I'm here for the paycheck. Yeah. But I feel like Don Cheadle's like, you know what? I'll take a little bit less pay to be in more of these movies. You know, like I feel like he's about the franchise. You know.
Yeah.
And he's about servicing the fans and all that. Like that Captain America, the Captain Planet thing he made. Right. Like he probably didn't make any money off that. It was just for fun.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like I hope they are in Civil War because it would be really silly to establish them in this one and in the other standalone movies, then not have them in that movie.
Yeah, I mean, like we want a reason why they're there.
Because I mean, we know Captain America and Iron Man are going to be on opposing sides. We know the original team is going to be divvied up a little bit because not everybody can take Cap's side. So it's really going to fall on who are those side characters. Who are they going to side with? Right? Are we is Jane gonna be on Iron Man's side? Or
no, we're never gonna see Jane again. Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure.
I love Natalie Portman.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Natalie Portman's established that. No, the only movies I will do are Thor-based movies. I will not show up in Avengers. I'm a real actress. I've got things to do.
Like make that
I'm just
video
saying, she probably just
SNL.
Yeah, it was like 10 years ago. But yeah, like I'm sure like. For the people who didn't sign like long contracts like Robert Downey Jr. Well, it's just interesting to see what happens.
I think that lineup would have been better, one, if Scarlet Witch wasn't in it because...
You didn't enjoy her?
I did not.
You didn't enjoy her?
She was the worst part about that film for
emo magic?
Absolutely not.
Her Chris Angel street magic?
I mean, I do like the colors and the effects that they use for her magic, but I just don't... I don't like her as a character.
I don't like her accent, and I'm not ready for another episode with that accent. If it's magically gone, I won't care.
Yeah, I feel like most people wouldn't notice.
Is she even gonna be in the next Avengers? Oh my gosh, she's probably gonna show up in Civil War.
Did you see that? Okay, not to like put anybody on
put him on blast.
But there's this guy on IGN who like, and they were like, oh well, they're trading off Avengers 1-for-1, and she's supposed to be replacing the Hulk. And I was like, bitch, kill yourself. There's no way she was a fucking Hulk. Like what?
Oh my god. Yeah, because that's what Hulk's like. No, it's a fun time for rumors.
She's just like Jean Grey, and everybody's like, oh well, she has this power and she can do this, and like because telekinesis, she's powerful. Eat a dick. Like
she's
just like
Jean Grey.
She's never gonna do that.
Wait,
shit,
yeah,
though.
doesn't the Vision? I confuse comics now with you know, what I'm seeing in the movies, and I can't remember. Was it Vision who's like, oh, she's got like untapped potential? Nope, that was a comic I read.
Yeah, yep. I don't remember.
That wasn't that. Okay. That was the Spider-Man and X-Men comic I was reading. Had nothing to do with this movie.
You know what? I don't have a problem with the Vision, but like
you don't even want him there.
I mean, like, I just feel like he's unnecessary.
You said if Thor wasn't there, Vision wouldn't even be there.
That's true, because...
But he had to...
That was me justifying Thor being in the movie.
Yeah, that's you justifying Thor being in the movie. Thor is in the movie just for a laugh scene with his hammer, which was a hilarious scene. I loved it. When awesome. Cap almost moved the hammer, it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
It was fantastic. Yeah, I love that's the fun thing about Marvel movies is that they will bring humor to it.
How'd you feel about the Black Widow Hulk romance?
Hulk romance? Yeah. Nothing wrong with it. It was just there.
I mean, a lot of people hated it. They said it ruined the movie.
Yeah. But we're going to take a quick break real quick.
Okay, make sure you hit pause. All right, we're back.
We're back. Sorry. Just a lot of phone calls and just at the worst time.
I mean, like, you know, it's
it happens, but
life happens.
Yeah, but that just we'll wrap up Avengers here. Carmen stands by his. I'll stand by mine. I still like the movie. I will see it again. Totally fine. Marvel has done us very well.
They have. I'm very pleased.
It's funny because I still feel like you can take out characters and it would still be the same movie.
And I still strongly disagree.
Okay, that's totally fine. We'll move on to the next thing.
So, okay, I know you're not the biggest DC
fan. No, not at all. I mean, here's the thing when it comes to DC. I love a lot of the things they publish, like Watchmen, all-time favorite. Of course, I'm going to be cliche and say that. There are other... Well, I can't... I like Batman. I can read Batman books. Yeah. Totally fine with that. I don't like any other hero.
You don't
from the DC universe.
Not a single one. Not Superman?
No, God no. Superman's the worst of the worst.
Why?
We're not even talking.
Okay, look, that's
let that
time.
tie into what you're going to talk about.
So anyway,
now.
Speaking of Superman, there's a new show coming out on CBS, Supergirl.
Not Superwoman, Supergirl. Because apparently those are two different people.
There is a Superwoman. It's not different person.
This is back to Batgirl and Batwoman not being the same person.
Totally different people.
Okay.
But I mean,
so Supergirl younger than Superwoman?
Yes.
You did get me there with Spider-Woman and Spider-Girl.
Yeah, right back at you, bitch. But anyway, so Supergirl, the TV show, I just watched the trailer for it.
And you were not I'm never impressed with the daytime television superhero shows.
I am so incredibly tolerant of these comic shows. Like,
you are, because you're like all over Arrow and all over Daredevil.
I love Arrow. Like, it's so good. And Daredevil is amazing. I love that too.
So this is like right up your alley.
I like Gotham. I don't love it. I like it.
Yeah.
But it's not good.
No, it's
like,
not.
I'm surprised.
Gotham is not good.
No, it's not. But I still watch it. I'm surprised it got renewed. And I even watched Smallville. I love Smallville. Watched every single episode.
It's one of the rare exceptions. Maybe because I was younger though, and you don't notice things.
Yeah, and like they showed him going from a kid all the way up until he's Superman.
Yeah.
Well, the difference about this show, Supergirl, it starts off...
Supergirl.
It's about Kara. She calls herself Kara. It's a little thing. I'll let it go. You know, I'm like, whatever. Okay. You know, don't M. Night Shyamalan with the thing, though, and like start fucking up all the names. Because it's just going to turn into the last Airbender. I'm going to dropkick somebody. Oh. But anyway, it starts off, she's already Supergirl. Right? I mean, I don't think she has a costume yet, but like she's aware of her powers. And she knows that she's related to Superman because he's already Superman doing a super thing in Metropolis. But like to me, the show just seemed a little too New Girl, like a little too.
Hey, I like New Girl.
I mean, like New Girl is fine when it's about New Girl, but when it's about Supergirl, that pisses me off.
Like it's like I don't care what kind of man you are, like. you can talk about, oh, I know women and I know how, but unless you're an actual woman, you actually don't know.
And no, that's perfectly
That's
fine.
like, and that works with us. Like, you know, it's like like I'm aware of like people being black, but I'm not black, so I still technically can't say something. You're not white. You can't talk about things being white. So like, I'm not a woman, so I can watch the show and be like, well, I hope this was written by a woman, because if this was written by a man, thinking this is how women act and all that,
then that's not cool.
It's not cool. And it seems like a lot of it. They were like, ooh, you gotta help me pick out my dress for my date. And they were comparing it to like that other girl's like serious problem. Like going on a blind date was comparable to cancer or something. I was just like, okay. I mean, that's totally a thing. Girls do, I get it. But to just simplify it and be like, oh, they're not people. They're girls. They act like this.
I think their target market is like a young teenage girl. Yeah.
It's surprising it's not on the CW.
We definitely do not fit that target market, which is fine. I'm totally okay with that. Yeah. Like, I'm catered to the women, catered to the female market, girl power. Yeah. I'm down for that. Like, I think that there's not enough of that. There should be more.
With the trailer.
But this is my problem with that. If it's going to be a superhero show, make it a superhero show. That's one of my problems with Daredevil.
I mean,
right?
she saves that plane.
She
stops a bank robbery.
I bet you they have a quota. She has to do one heroic thing every episode. But like the rest of the, like, if this is a 30-minute episode, there's gonna be like 23 minutes of her just bullshitting around.
You think so?
And then like the last few minutes will be her doing something super. Like that.
I don't know what shoes to wear.
I hate that so much. And like towards the later seasons of Smallville, they started to do that, where it was like mostly about him just hanging out. And I was like, no, be Superman.
No, be Superman.
Yeah, like I'll watch fucking like One Tree Hill or some other bullshit if I want to see all that. But like, I want to see you do something super, right? And
I did like their little how the costume changed throughout the trailer.
Yeah, like the trailer just went over the whole season, like,
because it totally makes sense. Why would she wear a superhero outfit with her midriff showing? It doesn't make sense.
No.
Like, she's invulnerable, sure. Nothing. She could fight crime naked.
Yeah,
it would be the same thing because nothing can hurt her. Yeah. Superman could fight naked. It has nothing to do with girls. He could fly around dong out. Wouldn't matter. But it's just like, it makes sense. It's like, well, who am I doing this for? So she puts,
I think it's fun. Like, they can make fun of it. Like, they kind of like the Wonder Woman thing. Yeah. But I will not, absolutely will not tolerate that show if it becomes one of those. Like, I will not watch it. I will refuse to watch that show. And it's like I was saying about Daredevil, right? They focus too much on him being a lawyer.
Yeah.
Like, I love that Matt Murdock's a lawyer. He's intelligent.
Too many court cases.
No, I mean, like, that's fine if there's court cases. But like in the first 2 or 3 episodes, it's just so heavy on the fact that they're trying to start this law firm, and like, that's great. Good for you. High fives all around.
But you're Daredevil, man.
I'm not watching fucking SVU, right? I don't want to see you interrogate some guy, good cop, bad cop. I don't give a fuck what Foggy's doing. I want to see you beat some guy's ass as Daredevil.
It's so funny though, because like, but I mean, like, that's just Marvel though. Like, their daily lives are very tied in and important to the superhero
lives. That's why the show gets better, and that's why it's still a good show, because they do it well. And like you said, that's part of them being the show. He's not just Daredevil, he's Matt Murdock. But DC is not good at that at all. Like, not good.
I also didn't like the trailer opened like immediately with her being flustered and all like shy and like, oh my god, this guy's so handsome. I don't know how to react.
Yeah, the first
I didn't get like.
First of all, it's the longest trailer in the history of life. Like, it's like 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, but it's like a huge premiere trailer.
I guess,
yeah,
but
it's gonna be.
So it's like a 3-minute trailer, 2 minutes 53 seconds, something like that.
Just like, isn't Supergirl like? Isn't she like a strong woman role model?
Well, yeah,
like,
but
isn't
I mean,
that
like,
what she should
she
be? Like,
starts off as this like spunky girl.
Yeah, she is extremely spunky.
Yeah, and like, that's fine, but the first minute and a half, well, it's probably a little less than that, but like the first good minute, you don't see her do anything super. You don't see her mess around with any costumes.
No, apparently her friend was telling her not to do it.
Yeah, like, it was just so frustrating because I'm like, okay, like, this looks like a nice rom-com about this, like,
that's
this secretary really who's trying to, like, go out on this date with this black guy. Oh, and that
I was about to say, I didn't know how we lead into this.
My God.
So, like, I mean, like, this happens, like, a couple of years ago in the Marvel Ultimate Universe, they introduced the Black Spider-Man. Not that he was like Spider-Man, like, it was a completely different character, because if you're not aware, Peter Parker does die in the Ultimate Universe. This is a new guy, but people are in an uproar because he's black. Fantastic Four movie gets announced. See, the casting for Human Torch is a black guy.
Yeah.
People go into an uproar. Now, we're seeing that one more time, in this show where the DC character Jimmy Olsen is played by a black guy. And your thoughts?
That drives me. Okay, first of all, before people get all racist, I'm black, so it's a little different because it's like most people are like, oh, you should be excited. There's a black guy in the show.
Yeah, right? Not when the character was already white.
No, yeah.
Give me new black characters.
I don't like them making characters black for the sake of making them
exactly.
black.
It's like making a character gay for the sake of making a character gay.
Yes.
There needs to be reasons behind it because that gives the character strength. It gives it depth.
And then on top of that, we just know you're doing that. Like I call bullshit on that.
No, and most people do. I think like that even got said about Iceman being outed. A lot of people are upset because they're like, well, there are already homosexual characters in the Marvel universe that are totally fine.
Yeah.
But then people are going to call bullshit on the Iceman because, like, why are they doing this now?
Yeah, he's been around for so long.
It's stuff like that. It's like you really need to. You don't just do things to do them.
Yeah, like that's why I'm not okay with Human Torch being black. But that's another topic for another time.
I didn't follow that trailer because I'm not excited about that awful movie.
It looks so bad.
I mean, even if it's better than the first two Fantastic Four movies, it would still be an awful movie because those movies are god awful.
And the first, I still remember those two movies. Like, it's too soon.
How bad they are.
Yeah, like, it's way too soon.
I didn't follow the trailer, so I don't know. Is he like the stepbrother to Sue?
She's adopted.
She's adopted. She's adopted. So that's how they play it. Yeah, because obviously they had to do something, or it would have been weird if he wasn't like her half-brother or something.
Yeah, like that.
That just doesn't happen. That's not how biology
Genetics,
works.
Yeah. But anyway,
but
back
you're
to
upset
Supergirl.
Jimmy Olsen's black.
I'm absolutely 100,000%.
Are you upset that he's like good looking, all cut up and chiseled?
No, that's perfectly fine.
That's totally fine.
If they want to alter the character that way and make him good looking,
see, that's
fine.
weird. But they're altering him physically.
Well, I mean,
both ways.
No, that's okay because if they alter his physical appearance to make him attractive for him to be a love interest for him, fine, whatever. But I'm not okay with them making him black. The same way I'm not okay with Lawrence Fishburne playing. What's the actor? I think his name's Perry. Perry White or something like that. In Man of Steel.
So this is really fun. All this time, though, did you know that Ben Urich in Daredevil is a white guy?
Really?
Yeah, he's not a black guy.
No, the reporter, right?
Yeah, the reporter.
No, I totally knew that.
Okay,
I did know that.
Yeah. Are you
I
upset about that, or you don't really care about Marvel as much as you care about your DC lore?
True, but now that you brought it to my attention, I'm not okay with that either.
Peeve you off?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't really peeve me off. It's just frustrating and annoying.
Yeah.
But like, stop doing that.
And
like, don't do that.
Actually a very skinny Asian man.
No, he's not. I definitely know that's not true. But like, they did that in the Ben Affleck movie too, because Kingpin was black. Like, stop doing that.
Oh yeah, they did.
Quit doing that.
Well, that was totally fine because, like I said last episode, Michael Clark Duncan was the perfect character, perfect actor.
Yeah, he was amazing.
He was huge. He was a huge guy. It made perfect sense.
But I mean, like, if that's the case, if you can't find another actor of the correct race, then cast somebody else.
Well,
fine.
Jimmy Olsen's like, I mean, like, he's a nobody. Right?
Well, no, but
you can get somebody off the street to play Jimmy Olsen.
In the comics, he plays an important role, right?
Because he saves the world every day.
No, but like, all the characters have side characters that are like play an important role in defining that character.
You're saying he's like the Aunt May to Superman.
Yeah. Well, no.
No,
absolutely not.
He's not that important?
He's not that important, but he is important. But I mean, like, he's like, in the trailer at least, I get the gist that he's going to be acting as a liaison between Supergirl and
Superman will never show up in the show.
If they get Henry Cavill on the show, that'll be amazing.
They can't, though, because he's tied in with the movie contracts. There's no way.
I mean, they'll probably have to get, like, Tom Welling or somebody to do it from, like, Smallville. But anyway, beside the point.
Just Superman will never be in it.
Yeah, like Jimmy
Olsen. They really should put Superman in it though. As a big like FU to Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and be like, we'll do it. We'll put characters in here.
They should, and you know what? I don't see why they won't. Like, put Nightwing in Gotham. Like, put Superman in Supergirl.
They can't put Nightwing in Gotham because if Bruce Wayne is like 11, then Nightwing's not even born.
Well, okay. Spoilers if you haven't finished the season finale of Gotham. They discover the Batcave. So I think they're gonna go the route where Thomas Wayne was Batman, right?
What?
Well, because in like on like Earth 2
wait,
or
like
whatever,
they discovered like a cave, or they discovered a cave with Batman stuff in it. There's a huge difference.
They discovered a cave.
Okay,
they don't know what's in it.
Well, if there's nothing in it, then that's just a place Bruce Wayne's going to set up.
True, but I really hope that they go the route where Thomas Wayne was Batman.
Why do you want them to do
that? Because the show is struggling.
They need something.
They need something.
Like, Superman needs to show up or something. Be like, hey, little boy, when you grow up, I'm going to fight you.
Like, something.
Do some establishment for the movie.
Something needs to happen. Like, the show needs to skip ahead 20 years. He needs to be Batman.
He needs to be Batman.
Something needs to happen.
Or we go back 20 years and say, hey, never make a Gotham movie ever if it comes up.
All I'm saying is, hey, Fox, guess what? Constantine got canceled and you're next. So you better, like, do something quick. But anyway, Supergirl, like, I'm totally not cool with him being black and like, yeah.
Like, there's nothing racist about it, but it sounds so racist to say.
It does. Like, it makes me kind of feel like funny. A racist. Like,
but it's not your fault because you're like, they're changing the character.
Just stay true to the comics.
But that's like, what if the Superman movie was about a guy who's like, I don't do good. And he went around and killed people. You'd be upset. You'd be like, that's not Superman at all. And some people identify. Like, what? Okay, it works the same way. What if they made a Static Shock movie and he was a white guy?
I'd be so pissed, dude. I'd be flipping cars.
Right. But even, like, other people that weren't, they'd be upset, too. They'd be like, well, you're changing the character. I mean, personally, I don't care. It's a movie.
Yeah.
And it's an awful movie. It's like, it's just going to be one and done. It's not affecting the comic book.
That's true.
So we're totally fine there. Like the Fantastic Four, it's going to be one awful movie and we'll forget they ever did it.
That's true. I mean, but like you said with Miles Morales, right? If they want to do that, if they want to have this new character, they want to have him be black and muscular, whatever, then don't make him Jimmy Olsen. Right. Make him somebody else.
Make a new character.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's what they did. They made Miles Morales. They didn't just say, oh, Peter Parker wakes up one day and finds out he's black. Like, I'm pretty sure there have been comic books based off of that, though.
Probably.
I'm 100% sure. I can picture one in my head. If you're commenting and actually happen to know, name it, please.
But I really hope they stop doing that. Because, I mean, like, it's just like the last Airbender movie with M. Night Shyamalan, right? It's like, if you're going to make a movie based on something, stick to the fucking original thing. It's like,
did he not? Because, I'm not a fan of the show, or I've never seen the movie.
First of all, the show is incredible, so please don't say that on public record.
I just did, because I've never seen it.
Okay.
I've never seen it because I assumed it was a children's show, because it was on Nickelodeon.
It started off as a children's show, but it is something adults can enjoy. So
no, that's totally fine. I watch Adventure Time cartoons all the time. Nothing about that.
Yeah.
But apparently when I was like 11 when the show came out, I was like, I'm not watching kids' cartoons.
Because when you were 11, you're too cool.
Give me some more Adult Swim.
You're too busy watching Simpsons.
So I never saw the movie because I didn't.
Well, it was god awful. But like he being
wasn't it centralized 3 child actors?
No, like all
before Dakota Fanning even existed.
Yeah, like those 3 child actors will never work again. Just like
they probably never have worked again.
Well, yeah, like he ruined their careers. Like all he had to do was literally make the show verbatim. And he just tried to be too artistic with it.
What happened? How was it not? Was he not running around using airbending powers?
He messed up some of the names of some of the characters.
We sidetrack. If you ever thought we were going back to Supergirl, that was over.
Yeah.
It was just a trailer, guys. There wasn't much to talk about. Now we're talking about Airbender.
Yeah, we are. Like, tough titty, but...
Yeah. What was so wrong with it? I've never seen it, bear in mind. Did they have that giant flying white cow thing?
Yeah, Appa was in it.
Cool.
But like he looked really fake and like it just wasn't good, dude. Like it was so inaccurate. All the bending looked really fake and like they had to do all these like extra moves to like, bend.
To be fair though, I've seen clips of the cartoon. They do a lot of moves to bend stuff.
That's
like
fine.
don't play that off. They do a lot of karate.
Not every time though. Not every time.
No one just says. No one just throws their wrist and stuff happens. Someone has to do an elaborate.
That's not true. You haven't watched the show.
Besides Avatar, who does it?
Okay, Toph does it. Zuko does it. Fucking Katara does it.
They just flick their wrists and stuff happens?
Well, I mean, like...
They don't do karate?
They do karate.
Okay,
yes,
that's my whole point.
For the more complicated moves. But, like, for every move, they're, like, dancing around. And it's, like, J-Ho and all that shit.
I know, but, like, they do that in the cartoon. That's a
You haven't even seen it.
I haven't, but, like, you can't just say, like, oh... Because that's one of the things they probably do accurate from the show.
No, absolutely not.
They don't do karate in the cartoon.
M. Night Shyamalan fucked it up, okay?
I just want to know what he did so wrong, because I'm never going to watch it.
It's so inaccurate.
Never gonna watch it.
First of all, he made every single nation like relative to the real world, right? So there are Asian people in the Earth Kingdom. I could be getting this wrong. I haven't seen it in a while, but you get the gist of it. The Asian people in the Earth Kingdom, black people in the Water Tribe, white people in the Fire Nation, things like that, right? It's totally not how the show is, right? It's not segregated. Like all these people are over here and all these people over here, and then like. It's just so like the guy he cast as Zuko was the guy from Slumdog, right?
Yeah.
And like that guy is awesome. I love that guy. Right? He was in 100 Foot Journey, I think, something like that. He's a good actor. Right? I know he's a good actor because I've seen him in good movies, but he just wasn't good in this movie. Like I don't know if it was the script or what it was, but he just wasn't good. The kid that played Aang. And they kept saying "ong," and that made me so mad. And the girl that was Katara was so whiny. And like the show actually made a spoof episode about the movie. They went to see a play of the people performing their lives or whatever, and it was just like a spoof of the movie, and it was just so bad. And they were making fun of it the whole time. It was hilarious.
That's great.
But yeah, no, it was just horrible. I
appreciate this show. I've never seen even more.
Yeah, no, the writers are really clever, but it was horrible. But the point of that really long tangent was to say that they're going to make Supergirl just stick to the goddamn comics. It's not that hard.
Gosh. But yeah. No, you got a point. I mean, like...
Read a book, motherfucker.
Read a book. It's so sad because people could probably work on that and never know it was a book. Just be like, oh, we're doing like a female Superman? This is new and interesting. Be like, what? I see like so many like Superman logos on like vehicles and people wearing shirts, and I wonder if like
it means hope.
Don't they do that in the trailer too?
But she said it's my family crest or whatever, which is true. That's in the comic. That's their family crest.
Yeah,
but because they're different ones for different.
Yeah, it's totally fine, but it's funny because it was like that hope moment.
Yeah, no, they were trying to play off of the movie, but I don't like that because it's like if you're not gonna have Henry Cavill on the show, just like
I mean, technically, didn't that movie tank? I mean, like we were on a certain website. I don't want to plug too many things so we don't get paid for mentioning their names, so I won't say it. But it's a very popular movie review site.
Yeah, it was
That's probably enough to say.
It was like spoiled fruit, right?
Yeah, it was enough to say. And the rating for Superman Returns was better than Man of Steel,
which is preposterous.
Which is crazy because we hate Superman Returns.
Fuck that movie.
That movie's awful, and I like Man of Steel.
I like Brandon Routh, and I like Kevin Spacey.
I like it a lot more, and yet it did better than Man of Steel. Yeah. So that movie is considered a terrible flop. So it's weird that you'd want to be associated with it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think that's one of the crutches that Gotham has. It's like they're so... They do all these little teases like, oh, look, Batman's coming. Oh, there's Batman. Is that him? No, it's not. Like, that's gonna bring the show down.
Milk on the popularity of the Nolan trilogy. I mean, if there's money to be made, people will try to make it.
That's true, but I think they're going about it the wrong way. And if they don't...
Even if they did, no one wants to... Like, it's a better read. It's not something to watch. It's something to read. I don't care about Jim Gordon.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I care about Jim Gordon, but only when I'm reading about Commissioner Gordon. I don't want to see him.
Yeah, I don't give... Like, well, if you haven't seen or read Batman Year One, Batman's in it, but it really focuses around
Yeah, and you care a lot about him. It's a way better read for some reason.
Yeah, it is.
But I think that's just like... I feel like every network television show, it's just like they're just all over the place. They have to like cater to a common denominator. So you get like these weird soap opera things that aren't great.
That's where they fucked up.
And there's no money involved, so they can't like.
Well, I mean, I think they have a small budget, right?
Yeah, but like it's like that Supergirl. Like she's not gonna fly every episode.
Yeah, that's true. Well, probably not, but you never know. But I mean, like with Gotham, if they would have did it during the time of Batman Year One. There was the same storyline. Commissioner Gordon was just starting out, but Batman was around.
Yeah.
Commissioner Gordon was still young, but Batman was young too, but he was like an adult, right? And you barely saw him. But
it was Year One.
Yeah, they could have did it like that, and every once again have Batman show up, and then have him and Commissioner Gordon face off, right?
They could have had like some weird moment, like the Gotham. Like it'd been cool if little Bruce wasn't ever there, and the end of Gotham was him like catching Batman at a crime scene, and they had like a moment. That'd be a sweet ending.
Yeah, well, because Jim Gordon knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman, so I guess
exactly.
they could, when he finds out that it's Bruce Wayne,
it'd be a fun little tension.
Like that's all they had to do.
It's not gonna happen because little Bruce is in the show already.
Yeah, they fucked up, dude. They fucked up.
Well, they messed up by having like little Bruce because
they should have learned.
Because I didn't know like if they were gonna do like little Joker and it was gonna be little Gotham.
Yeah, like it was just like it's so bad. Like, but the Riddler's like an adult, and like how does that work? I don't know. Like Once Upon a Time. They tried to do the same thing that Once Upon a Time did because they have the kid Henry on there. He's the worst part about that show.
Yeah.
Everybody
I think we've all learned that children are the worst part of any show or movie.
Yeah, like that's why the prequels are bad.
Established.
So Star Wars, but like anyway, back to Supergirl. Like if they just focus on Supergirl's a popular character. If they just focus on her, forget about Superman, Maybe have some like little hints and like little Easter eggs here and there, but focus on her. Like
I'm
she's
sure
popular enough.
I just focus on her being Supergirl.
Yeah, like just focus on her.
Yeah.
Like don't just call it girl if it's not about her being Supergirl.
Yeah, just call it girl.
Yeah.
Almost Supergirl or something. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not even gonna watch one episode of it.
Really?
Because I don't watch stuff like that.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably watch it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You watch Gotham.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, but you don't watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's so weird.
I'm not like I'm a Marvel fan, but not enough to get.
Okay. So you're such a DC fan, you will watch that.
Yeah.
Like if someone's like, "Oh, here's a movie of Batman cutting off his wiener," you'd watch it because you're a DC fan.
Well, that's weird, but yeah, probably. But no, I mean, like I watched that David Hasselhoff Nick Fury movie.
Yeah.
It was actually not that bad. Like if you haven't seen it,
as good as David Hasselhoff's gonna be, I guess. Yeah.
That's true, but still, I mean, it's worth watching it. But.
It's really not.
No, it is though. Like it's
the dude just fine. His career's just fine. Like you don't need to give him like that little extra.
I'm not plugging for Hasselhoff. I'm just saying.
Dude does great overseas. I think he has like a #1 record in Germany. Is he from Germany?
I don't know.
He has. It's something like that. I gotta quit watching VH1.
That's still around?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. All that. And now we're just...
Anything
else?
One last thing I want to say. Bringing it all full circle for our episode.
Do it.
Right? Wolverine. I'll make this quick. So, I think Wolverine is going to be a part of the Avengers, the new team Avengers. And the reason I say that, Hugh Jackman said he would play Wolverine forever until the day he dies.
Yeah.
And then a little while later, now he's saying this is his last movie, X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah.
I think it's because Marvel made a deal with Fox, or whoever the fuck owns the rights to Wolverine. They're like, we want Wolverine for the Avengers. And they were like, you can have him, but you can't have Hugh Jackman. It has to be somebody else. Yeah. And they were like, okay, cool. High five Hugh Jackman, gave him a lot of money, and they were like, all right, bro, you're done. So he was like, okay. Because he's getting old anyway, so why not? And I think that's why Marvel's going to get him on because like Disney owns Marvel now, and like the way they advertise is they do subliminal messages. And all the advertisements and things you see there's a lot of Wolverine, there's a lot of Spider-Man.
That's true, but that's a very popular character.
I know, it is, but like I predicted Spider-Man was going to be a part of the Avengers. And now he is. So I really feel like Wolverine's going to be a part of the Avengers, and if he does become...
I don't know, there's just like this I was saying, you need to know when to walk away from the table.
That's true.
Walk away while you're up.
I'm all in,
you already won big, why bet all that again on something
because else? I'm all in. But if you can add one person... to the Avengers from the Marvel Universe. I'm doing it to you.
Oh.
Any character from the Marvel Universe, who would it be?
That's so crazy. I would just, honestly, I want, since I don't have a real serious answer, because I'd have to think about it, I'd have to go through the whole roster of Avengers and be like, who character do I want to see? I don't really care, so I want to pick a guy who never was an Avenger, and never even was an X-Men, though he desperately wanted to be Deadpool. Because I just want to see how someone can write a movie where they have to keep in mind that Deadpool's around. Because it sounds difficult. Because if you're not writing a Deadpool movie, it sounds really difficult to write one and remember he's there.
Do you think they could ever have a movie with him and another character in it?
Oh, absolutely. But to throw him into the Avengers and it not become a Deadpool movie, that's what I want to see. That's the trick. How do you keep Deadpool from taking over the movie?
People love Deadpool so much. I'm not a fan of Deadpool.
As they should.
At all. I do not like him at all.
Why? He's self-aware?
He's so annoying. Like, he's like Freakazoid to me. Or like, oh man, there's like Johnny Bravo, like he's one of those kind of characters.
Like Johnny Bravo, I got the Freakazoid. Yeah, Freakazoid kind of made sense. I don't know where I'm not gonna bomb.
There's another character that reminds. I can't think of his name, but let's just go Freakazoid. He reminds me of Freakazoid is annoying. I don't like him, but I would choose Ghost Rider because I love Ghost Rider. Nicolas Cage didn't do him justice.
Yeah,
and I feel like if they cast him right, he could be a really cool character that a lot of people will like.
Yeah,
but let us know who you would add to the Avengers, if you could. Any character from the Marvel Universe. But yeah, thank you guys for listening.
Even if it's not from the Marvel Universe, who cares?
Just
sure, any character.
Any character.
You know, I think some other things we talked about were Nathan Drake being a serial killer, so if you want to throw him into the Avengers, do it. I don't care.
That'd be fun, right?
Yeah.
He'd be just like Hawkeye and Black Widow. But anyway, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook and keep listening to our episodes because we're awesome.
Nice.